Our patient Rick is coming into the office today to take delivery of his new below-the-knee prosthesis. We got the custom Harley Davidson finish lamination on it, and we're going to try out the new Velocity foot. So we're excited to see how this works with him today. Our first step when we're getting ready to make a new prosthesis for a patient is we put on the proper size liner, the same liner that they will be wearing with the prosthesis, and make sure that's fitting on their leg. And then we protect it so that the plaster doesn't get into the outer finish of the liner once we cast it. The next step is we pull up a stockinette. That stockinette we keep over his liners to keep it protected so that we can draw on that. What we do when we draw on it is we draw out all his bony prominences and all the measurement sites that we want to take because they will transfer on the inside of the cast. The next step is we wrap his leg in plaster and form it with our hands, and we like to push in certain areas to give us some landmarks inside the plaster mold. Once the plaster mold is completely set, we pull off the mold and we check to make sure that everything is lined up the way we want it and the mold is in good shape. Then we're ready to take it to the CAD/CAM system where we can trace it and start modifying that positive mold into his finished socket design. Doing the wand all the way around very slowly, and it's going to show up on the computer. I pull it away and click.
Indicate apex of gas trap.
Once we have a positive mold, we need to pull a clear check socket over that mold and vacuum form it so that we can place that mold on the patient's residual limb and be able to see through the socket and see how the fit is doing. So we take that mold and we set it up on their prosthesis, their prosthetic foot and componentry, and we set it up at a bench alignment so that it's at their correct height and a basic alignment to start with, and then we can try it on the patient, do that full alignment, see how the socket is fitting, how many ply they're wearing, and then once we have that done, we pour plaster into that clear check socket so that we have a mold, and from that mold we'll do our final modifications to get the fit perfect. Once we have our final modifications done, the mold goes to final lamination, and then once they laminate the socket, they sand off all the excess lamination at the distal end, and they can set up his prosthesis for final shaping and covering. Then it's ready for delivery.
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm here at Riverside Prosthetics, getting ready to get my new leg today.
Well, that looks good.
We're going to try this on. So let's take this one out first. Okay.
Looks like we're too far out that way now.
All right, try that.
Feels better.